ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तावत्र विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रव संयुतं पिबद भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। महाविष्णवे नमः। ब्रह्मणे नमः। सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुने शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादि ऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमो नमः। अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं संकल्पः शास्त्रोक्त परब्रह्म अनुभवस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याणार्थं च समस्तसाधकानां भक्तानाम् आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादिप्राप्त्यर्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण सप्तमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं 12th chapter. Let us enjoy chanting Bhagavatam 7th skandha. Prahlada Charitra is over. Now Varnashrama Dharma details. Sri Yudhishthirji was asking, Sri Naradji was explaining. All this was during the Rajasoya Yagnam. After finishing that Shishupala. This is how the connection of story. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuranam Saptamaskandha Athadvadashodhyayaha. Narada Uvacha. ब्रह्मचारी गुरुकुले वसन्तान्तो गुरोर्हितम् आचरन् दासवत्नीचः गुरौ सुदृढसौहृदः सायं प्रातरुपासीत गुरुवग्न्यर्कसुरोत्तमान् सन्ध्ये उपेशयथवाक् जपन् ब्रह्मसमाहितः छन्दांसि अधीत गुरोः आहुतश्चेत् सुयन्त्रितः उपक्रमे वसाने च चरणौ शिरसा नमेत् मेखलाजिनवासांसि जटादण्डकमण्डलून् बिभ्रूयादुपवीतं च दर्भपाणिर्यथोदितं सायं प्रातश्चरेत् भैक्षं गुरवे तन्निवेदयेत् भुञ्जीत यद्यनुज्ञातः नो चेदुपवसेत् क्वचितो सुशीलो मितभुक् दक्षः श्रद्दधानो जितेन्द्रियः यावदर्थं व्यवहरेत् स्त्रीषु स्त्रीनिर्जितेषु च वर्जयेत् प्रमदागाथाम् अग्रस्थो बृहद्व्रतः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्त्यपयतेर्मनः केशप्रसादनोन्मर्ध श्रवणाभ्यञ्जनादिकं गुरुस्त्रीभिर्युवतिभिः कारयेत् न आत्मनो युवा नन्वग्निः प्रमदा नाम घृतकुम्भसमः पुमान् सुतामपि रहो जह्यात् अन्यदा यावदर्थकृत कल्पयित्वात्मना यावत् आभासमिदमीश्वरः द्वैतं तावत् न विरमेत् ततो ह्यस्य विपर्ययः एतत् सर्वं गृहस्थस्य समाम्नातं यतेरपि गुरुवृत्तिर्विकल्पेन गृहस्थस्यर्थगामिनः अञ्जनाभ्यञ्जनोन्मर्द स्त्र्यवलेखामिषं मधु स्रग्गन्धलेपालङ्कारान् त्यजेयुर्ये धृतव्रताः उषित्वैवं गुरुकुले द्विजोधीत्यावबुध्य च त्रयीं साङ्गोपनिषदं यावदर्थं यथा बलं दत्वा वरम् अनुज्ञातः गुरोः कामं यदीश्वरः गृहं वनं वा प्रविशेत् प्रव्रजेत् तत्र वा वसेत् अग्नौ गुरावात्मनि च सर्वभूतेष्वधोक्षजं भूतैः स्वधामभिः पश्येतु अप्रविष्टं प्रविष्टवतो एवं विधो ब्रह्मचारी वानप्रस्थो यतिर्गृही चरन् विदितविज्ञानः परं ब्रह्माधिगच्छते वानप्रस्थस्य वक्ष्यामि नियमान् मुनिसम्मतान् यान् आतिष्ठन् मुनिर्गच्छेत् ऋषिलोकमिहाञ्जसा न कृष्टपच्यमश्नीयात् अकृष्टं चाप्यकालतः अग्निपक्वमथामं वा अर्कपक्वमुदाहरेत् अन्यैश्चरुपुरोडाशान् निर्वपेत् कालचोदितान् लब्धे नवेन्नाद्ये पुराणं तु परित्यजेत् अग्न्यर्थमेव शरणं उडजं वाद्रिकन्दरं श्रयेत हिमवायुवग्नि वर्षार्कातवशात् स्वयं केशरो मनखश्मश्रु मलानि जटिलो दधतो कमण्डल्वजने दण्ड वल्कलाग्निपरिच्छदान् चरेध्वने द्वादशाब्दान् अष्टौ वा चतुरो मुनिः द्वावेकं वा यथा बुद्धिः न विपद्येत कृच्छ्रतः यदा कल्पः स्वक्रियायां व्याधिभिर्जरयाथवा आन्वीक्षिक्यां वा विद्यायां कुर्यादनशनादिकम् आत्मनि अग्नीन् समारोप्य सन्न्यस्याहं ममात्मदां कारणेषु न्यसेत् सम्यक् सङ्घातं तु यथा रहतः केकानि वायुनिश्वासान् तेजस्यूष्माणमात्मवान् अप्स्वसृक् श्लेष्मभूयानि क्षितौ शेषं यथोद्भवं वाचमग्नौ सवक्तव्याम् इन्द्रे शिल्पं करावपे पदानि गत्या वयसि रत्योपस्थं प्रजापतौ मृत्योपायं विसर्गं च यथा स्थानं विनिर्दिशेत् दिक्षु श्रोत्रं सनादेन स्पर्शमध्यात्मनि त्वचं रूपाणि चक्षुषा राजन् ज्योतिष्य विनिवेशयेत् अप्सु प्रचेतसा जिह्वाम् अङ्घ्रेयैर्घ्राणं क्षितौ न्यसेत् मनोरथैश्चन्द्रे बुद्धिं बोध्यैः कवौ परे कर्माण्यध्यात्मना रुद्रे यदहं ममता क्रिया सत्त्वेन चित्तं क्षेत्रज्ञे गुणैर्वैकारिकं परे अप्सु क्षितिम् अपो ज्योतिषि अदो वायौ नभस्यमं कूटस्थे तच्च महति तद् अव्यक्ते अक्षरे च तदो इति अक्षरतयात्मानं चिन्मात्रमवशेषितं ज्ञात्वा द्वयोथ विरमेत् दग्धयोनिरिवानलः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां सप्तमस्कन्धे द्वादशोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री भागवत शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री सूत शरणं मम, श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री नारद शरणं मम, श्री कुमार शरणं मम, श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्री विष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अदप्पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामामुञ्चदः कर्हिचिद। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिरित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ अष्टाविंशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। It is all through prayers to God and our efforts that the interest, inclination, Shraddha in the goal of Paramatma, in the path of doing Adhyatmika Sadhana, of which the first and most important thing is Nitya Nirantara Shravana of the Shastra. We have to cultivate. By Bhagavat Kuruma, by our effort, cultivating the Shraddha to listen to Shastra regularly, which is the first step of Adhyatmika Sadhana for those sadhakas who are convinced of Paramatma Lakshya. Till that time happens, the world appears to be goal, therefore we keep on jumping there. When the world is goal, again the Vishayas, Vyaktis of the world become important. Then, till that time again, we wander only in our attachment or activities related to the world. Somehow, from this flood of everything and anything other than Paramatma, we have to come on to the shores of only doing Paramatma Sambandha Sadhana. May we all be that way, seeking this sthiti to come in our hearts. When we seek, when we pray, when we study, when we little by little think to ourselves, this state of being comes, wherein we are fully engrossed only in our Atma revealing spiritual sadhana. Apart from that, whatever duties required, them we are performing diligently without any attachment or involvements. This is how a genuine, serious, sincere sadhaka. May this be result of us. If Lord is pleased with our this tapasya of studying Shastra every day with all the difficulties, sacrifices. So this sankalpa should be there. Now we are from last 2 days trying to revisit, revise this most profound 28th chapter of 11th Mukti Skandha, where Bhagavan was giving us all sadhanas, all precautions, cares to be taken. Even he has defined for us the Atma, defined for us the Maya, defined for us Jiva, defined for us Bandhana of the Jiva. Most importantly, he defined to us the sadhana. At the level of Siddhi, in the discovery of Paramatma, this being such a sublime experience, having stayed in that experience, there are no upadhis. If at all they are there for Vyavahara, at that time, to this Atma Anubhavi, there is nothing gained by control of the faculties, nothing lost by allowing them to involve. Highest is this sthiti. यह तो इंद्रियाणि मनसा नियम्य आरभते अर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रिय कर्मयोगम asakta savishyate. These are the shlokas of Gita relevant to this. Having heard that, we may take it for granted. Anyway, when the Atma Anubhava is there is no problem in allowing the senses to involve in the objects. We will involve them continuously as we are doing now. There, we should not make a mistake. That sentence that in the Atma Anubhava Sthita Vyakti, these bondages are not there, or he is, even though the senses involved, he is not bound. That is said only to indicate the highest stage. We should not take that sentence for granted and misuse that sentence, making ourselves continue to be indulging in the world much before or without reaching the self. वो प्रमाद हमको नहीं करना है. So he said that समाहितैः कह करणैर्गुणात्मभिः गुणो भवेत् मत् सुविविक्तधाम्नः विक्षिप्यमाणैः किन्नु दूषणम्. When the indriyas are vikshipta, there is no dushanam. Then gunatmabhi karanaihi samahitaihi na gunaha bhavetu. Guna means something profit or gain. Dosha means something lost. Controlling faculties, nothing gained. Allowing them to involve, nothing is lost. Like a sun. When the clouds come or don't come, it doesn't affect his being in pristine light. So to Atma Anubhava Vyakti is like that. Same in Gita said as Nadveshti Sampravruttani Nanivruttani Kangshati in the 14th chapter Vyasa. Then the example was given of the Akasha has no influence of things of four bhutas coming, going, modifying in between. Same thing while explaining, we gave the example of the light illuminating the stage. When nobody is on the stage, it doesn't affect the light. When people come and play, the light illuminates them. Light is not affected by that. When all the people go away, that time also the life is not affected or any influence done. While the play is going on, what are the type of the play that is? A kind act of a sadhu, a heroic act of a hero, a humorous act of a comedian, a cruel act of a criminal, anything played on the stage. The light illuminating them is not influenced by them. The tears of gratitude of the people who received the help doesn't touch that light, nor the blood of the victim, cut by the villain, also doesn't wet him with that blood. You understand? In the same way, illuminating Paramatma is not touched by illumined. When it is not touched, then that illumined things are whatever the type, it is not touched. This is what is the ultimate stage. When this is said, before reaching to that self anubhuti, we should not take for granted or misuse this sentence to continue to involve in the world, get attached. That is why, having spoken the truth, smelling the possible misunderstanding of the people, Bhagavan immediately in the next sloka he gives the caution. What a caution? Tathapi. Even though the self is not touched by any one of them, you have not yet reached the self. Therefore, as a sadhana part, when you are in the jiva bhava, sadhana kala, while doing sadhana, sangaha parivarjaniyaha. See, sangha, the attachment, paritaha varjaniyaha. By all means, totally it has to be given up. Towards what? Guneshu. Towards all the objects of the world. Where from they have come? Be attentive. Maya rachiteshu. माया के कारण प्रोजेक्ट किए गए शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध नामक इंद्रिय वस्तु संकल्प विकल्प नामक मनोवृत्ति to all of them which created by Maya, we should not have the sangha to them. Be careful. Then to be done what that time? Without sangha, mad bhakti yogena. Continuously involved in Bhagavan with bhakti. We told about this when we discussed this sloka. The Saguna Bhakti, Nirguna Bhakti, exhaustively 3 days we studied this subject. That is called sadhana. While doing that sadhana, what is expected as a result? Manakashaya rajaha nirasyeta. The impurity of the mind, called as the rajoguna, goes away. At that time, again explained, rajas comes to the mind because of mind perceiving the objects through the senses. Rajas or disturbance comes to the mind because of its habitual sankalpa vikalpa, which is its nature. Rajaha disturbance comes to the mind because of the vasanas. So through Drudha Bhakti Yoga, Vishayas are not attended to because you are attending to Bhagavan. Habitual disturbance of the mind is arrested because you are using mind in tuning to God with bhakti. While doing this, so vasanas automatically get exhausted. When these three reasons, because of us, the rajas of the mana goes away, What happens to the mana? It becomes sattva. What is the meaning of sattva mana? Calm mana, quiet mana, disturbance less mana, agitation less mana, pure mana. That mana is no mana. It is the Chaitanya Atma. Atma only acting as mana. Mana in its Rajoguna sthiti is the projecting world and samsari. When the mind is made free from this rajas tamas, made into Shuddha Sattva, that mind cannot stay there. It dissolves in the experience of self. When the self is experienced, then that which was told earlier, that time then it is applicable. What is that? The one who is in the Atmanubhava, in him, with the Niyantrana of the Indriyas, will not add any guna or beauty, nor non-Niyantrana do any dosha or blemish. But till through the sadhana of Bhakti Yoga, vasanas and perceptions values eliminated, mana is removed, freed from its habitual unnecessary sankalpa, thus made Shuddha Sattva. Till that time, to should not give importance to the Sangha, to the things through Sangha. Sangha Parivarjaniya. So that way, this sloka 27 became an important sadhana tips. Necessary, compulsory sadhanas. Having said so, again, I'm not telling more detail, we already discussed. If be attentive, totally the manakasha is not removed, and we are again and again visiting into the objects with sangha. For him, the bhavaroga of samsara will never go away, just like half treated disease again and again relapses and gives such an amount of endless dukkha. While explaining this, what we said was, be careful once you involve in sadhana, spiritual, till the goal is reached. Never look back. Never stable. Uttishta jagrata prapyavara nimodata. Why? Once you do the upakrama of sadhana, after traveling some distance, for any reason, when we stop or come back, then again to restart, it becomes so double extra effort. फर्स्ट टाइम जो इंस्पिरेशन होता है वो हर बार नहीं होता. Chances are there of taking sadhana lightly and granted. This I observed when I was traveling to Kedarnath, Yamunotri so many times. So many times we went, dozens of times. There, after walking for few kilometers, in the initial travels I am telling, first 2-3 times में फटाफट चलते थे because young blood going, but you may be young but this it is a pahadi area, it is a hilltop, you have to climb, oxygen deficiency, you used to get tired. 14 किलोमीटर होता था तब यमुनोत्री. Now up to 6-7 किलोमीटर they laid the road. I think मेरा भी जाके 8-10 साल हो गया. Before that so many times we went. Tired होते थे, then we stop. The moment you stop, because of tiredness, in any nearby dhaba, chai पीते हुए, कुछ खाते हुए, the heat of the body used to become cold, become very fast. Then the flexibility of the body used to become stiff. Then slowly the inspiration in the mind used to get reduced. And some so far there, but then never aware pains of the body we used to remember. Then slowly the joy of walking, the inspiration of reaching the temple used to get reduced. Again to pull us back to come out of the dhaba and start walking. For the next 3-4 kilometers, it's so tense. जब हमने देखा ऐसा हो रहा है, suddenly it clicked कि don't walk so fast that you get tired. Then what? आराम से टहलते हुए भगवान का नाम लेते वागते करते रहो, कहीं रुको मत. It wasn't young people, old people they have to stop, नहीं तो मर ही जाएंगे. When that way we traveled without stopping, because of the inertia of motion, we used to reach easily. Because in the motional inertia, you always have the energy, you move. But when you become stationary, the inertia of stationariness will not allow you to go further. This is the secret I learned there. Same thing here he said. It is not said here, but we are using it that way. Okay, in one go when we start till we reach, don't stop. If you stop, again to restart, the first time inspiration will not be there. Then it will be heavy load. We may not even take up also. That's why some people, those who join any of the organization or with any guru, they are there. How inspiredly they are in that organization and guru. For some reason, when they leave that guru organization, to the same guru organization, they want to go. And any new guru, new organization, they say, हम देख चुके हैं. We have already seen क्या होता है. By this type of mentality, they don't go anywhere. They are back to their own samsara. How many thousands we have seen? We ourselves are example. Your own people at home, they attended Bhagavata, they attended this and that. But consistently till the goal is reached, it was not there. The moment they stop, again to start it won't happen easily. Some of your own family members also used to attend classes. Now they don't come, they don't feel like coming. "Ah, bhaiyon, kya bolenge Swami ji, humko pata hai." They get cheated by the mind. Same will be case with you also. 1 week you will stop coming or doing your sadhana at home. Not only you, it is me. When I stop talking class for 10 days, the thought will come, अब बोल के क्या फायदा, वो 8-6 लोग ही आ रहे सुन रहे, they know it everything. Even if they need, some other Swami will speak. Why are you shouting, wasting your energy? It's good for nothing. This type of mind will come. Then I will accept it. Then never throughout life again take up the book to study and teach. Gone. My main job of study, teaching, I am talking. Swadhyaya Pravachana. With that, all other sadhanas also. These many mala japa, they become half. This much of time of meditation becomes half. Study of books, anyway, you are not teaching, so you don't need to study. Slowly, that time is occupied by something of the world. Nobody Maya spares. The moment the worldliness start entering into me or I enter into the world, देखते देखते whatever the tapasya done, sacrifice done, sadhana done, सारे उसके ऊपर पानी फिर जाएगा. Back to square one as if we never started spirituality only. How much important is this precaution, you see? Do you catch it? Therefore, once you start, till we reach, don't stop for any reason. मर जाए लेकिन साधना छोड़े नहीं. So that again when you're born, we are back to the sadhana. That is the meaning of amaya, all that example. If it's not पक्को पूरा disease नहीं गया तो relapse होता है. So too, by the experience of self, if the total impurities are not removed, then stop the sadhana, those impurities will pull you back down into the worldliness. And the time will not stop. That power of Rajo Tamo Guna, we know. Even after so many cares taken, Upasanas done, Prarthanas done, Sankalpa done, trying our best to dedicate time to our Swadhyayam, yet kitna Rajas Tamas chuta hamara? Very less. It is always waiting outside to pounce upon us, to jump upon us. It is like every day they let the class be quickly over, let us watch TV for half an hour, eat fully well and sleep. That is Rajas and Tamas. All of us have that thought. Even I have that. Luckily, we have this next thought also. This rest is for again tomorrow's classes. If I don't take rest, tomorrow 6 classes I can't do. So I am making it a habit. Having my 5-6 classes. For that, whatever energy required, doing for that, rest required involved. This way, what Bhagavan gave as gift of Swadhyaya, Pravachana for our sadhana, my sadhana, I should not miss. I am trying on this thought for my sake. Like that, every one of us, whatever, convinced, established sadhana, at least that we should not give up if we can't add the higher and newer ones. As the age passes, है ना, बिकॉज साधना तो कम ही होएगा. लाइक वाई एम डूइंग 6 classes, after 5 years I will do 3 or 2 only, not 7 or 8. It won't increase. I must know it, the limitation of deha and all. तो नया ऐड करे ना करे प्रभु जाने, अगले जन्म में कर सकते होंगे, बट इन दिस लाइफ जो हो रहा है वो भी नहीं छोड़ना. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ यथा आमयः असाधु चिकित्सितः आमयः नृणाम पुनः पुनः प्ररोहन सम्यक तुदन्ति तुदति. It relapses and troubles. Same way, till the conviction of Paramatma happens, till through sadhana we experience the self, the worldliness, if we involve, it troubles us by dissatisfaction, because it never dissatisfies you. It troubles by additional of new vasanas, desires. It also troubles with the regrets and guilts. यार साधना छूट गया, साधना छूट गया वाला regret होया ना हो, but the samsara which was earlier there, like running behind the mirage water, instead of removing the thirst, we have added only thirst. That goes on. Be careful about it. What is the simple essence in our language? Whatever the opportunities that Bhagavan is giving for our sadhana, by keeping away all external obstacles, we should continue it by not allowing our internal obstacles overpowering it. To you and me now, external obstacles are very less. Is it not? External obstacles of some or the other too much bound in duties, compulsions, ये सारे नहीं है. You need not be a watchman to sit near your grandchildren. Now they are grown. You need not be behind your children. पढ़ाई करो, नौकरी करो. They are settled. Your brothers, sisters, they also are in their own world. Whatever. है कि नहीं? We don't have any outer much duties and obligations. Most of us. One or two maybe there still, I don't know. But internally, it is our choice. It is my mana. What sankalpas, plans of activities, indulgences I am taking. What sankalpas and plans of sadhana I am doing. It is personal, of my own internal. यहाँ चूकना नहीं. That's what he says. Bhagavan clears the outer problems. Inner ones also he clears, but if we are not matured enough, we create them. It is like every time we eat heavy food, within 7-8 hours or a day, Bhagavan is digesting. But we, the nonsense people, again eat more. Every time when we come to the class, Bhagavan is inspiring us inside for sadhana. But once we go out of the class, again, by our own choice, we allow something else to enter into our mind, because of which all this is lost. हमारे मिस्टेक्स है ये होने नहीं देना. बाहर के अवरोध मैं निकालता हूं, अंदर का तुम केयरफुल रहो. अंदर का भी he will remove, but you have to involve him inside the heart. Heartfully when you do upasana and puja, then where is the problem even inside? If you are fixing your whole day in sadhana, like as I was telling you every day at the end of our last class and आरती, one more day at the feet of the Lord. कैसे दिन भाग रहे मैंने पता ही नहीं. I'm so happy about it. And yet, in between those 2-3 hours, even night, early, those hours also have to be used only for sadhana. I am aiming at that. अब जिंदगी भर केवल प्रभु का नाम ही लेना चाहिए. मैं नामक चीज, मेरा नामक चीज, मेरे नामक चीज कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. That way, when we are truly heart from the heart are convinced, Bhagavan gives his darshanam and anubhuti. And it is so beautiful, divine, and all inclusive and infinite. After that, कुछ भी दिखाया फीका फीका. By Viveka and Vairagya, knowing the limitations of the worldly sukha, when we keep it away, enter into Paramatma sadhana, that gives us to Paramatma Anubhuti. That Anubhuti is so infinite, complete. Looking from that standpoint, when you see the earlier things, they appear to be so meager and minimum. that we don't even try to look that side. New highly costly cloth when you wear, उससे पहले ये पहनने के लिए जो पुराना फटा कपड़ा फेंक दिया ना, उसकी तरफ दोबारा जाओगे ही नहीं, because you are enjoying a new wonderful dress. Simple example. In the same way, that will be there. But till that comes, let us not give chance to the Sangha and allow ourselves to be pulled back into the earlier worldliness. हो गया. Now that was continued. कुयोगिनो यो विहतान्तरायैः मनुष्यभूतैस्त्रिदशोपसृष्टैः ते प्राक्तनाभ्यासबलेन भूयः युञ्जन्ति योगं न तु कर्मतन्त्रम्. So when this was said, a honest disciple says, without giving chance to involvement in the worldliness, as you said, hey Guru, hey Acharya, hey Shruti Mata, let us say I am doing sadhana. But the siddhi for which I am doing sadhana is not achieved. And I died in between. What about my continuation next life? Like in Gita, same thing. Ubhaya vibhrashtaha, the word used by Arjuna there. कि पूरा योग सिद्धि नहीं मिला. I left all the bhoga of the world because of you telling me what will be my lot. What happens to such one? It's called yoga bharashta कहते हैं. Yoga bharashta is two types. The one is करते करते yoga sadhana, because of some temptation he gave up and got lost. One yoga bharashta. This is very rarely told. The general yoga bharashtata is before reaching परमात्मा अनुभूति उस देह का प्रारब्ध हो गया तो छोड़ना पड़ा उस देह को. That type of yoga bharashtata. Generally all the sincere serious sadhana doing people, all, if they don't realize in this life, they are all yoga bhrashta, which is good thing, healthy thing. About that only this is a question of disciple. To him only Krishna is answering. The earlier yoga bhrashta is he left the guru because of ashraddha, left the class, got lost in some worldly fancy. And too much of the earlier vasanas have overpowered. Every vasana temptation could have been averted if he had surrendered to the guru and took shelter at his feet, guidance at his feet. गुरु ये हो रहा है, मेरा मन कह रहा है मुझे आपको छोड़कर भागने का, सत्संग में नहीं आने का, मैं क्या करूं, ये सही है क्या गलत है. If that the confidence is done with the guru, guru would have guided them. But they don't do that. They just live by their own choice. How many people we are seeing in our classes? None of them ask me, स्वामी जी हो रहा है मुझे क्लास छोड़ने का, मैं क्या करूं. I would have told them, why this is the rajas, this is the tamas, this is the powerful prarabdha coming. This time let us hold the feet of God, Guru. Come what may, you come and sit in the class and sleep even you want. Don't break the continuity. This mood of going away from the class won't stay for a long time. It is only coming to test you. Passing of the test is at every cost, commence it, commence it, commence it. When that mood goes away, again you are back to your inspirational attendance to class. I would have guided them. But they didn't ask, they left. But if this guidance से वो लोग लगातार आते, वो मूड चला जाता. अब क्या हुआ, आने पूछे नहीं, लगातार आना बंद हो गया. Then that Maya overpowered them. They took it for granted not to attend further classes. हो गया. अब now they come under obligation. From so many days we are not attending. What Swamiji will feel if we go now. Even now the ego still binds them. They can come. Who says not to come? They can ask Swami. He will tell, अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That's some prarabdha you went away, welcome back. But even now they don't take. You understand now? When we surrender to the Guru and take guidance, how we are protected from our own selves. If not, we will be lost in our own ego. This is the biggest of the Maya than anything. Bhagavan also will not answer to such person. He says, I came in the form of Guru. I was teaching you classes. Little test I put, you failed. You lost your Shraddha. No, I can't help it. Then what? For whatever desires or things you went, go through that struggle in life, do punya papa, go to Swarga Naraka, 20 janam, फिर बाद में I will take care of, I will see your case. Bhagavan will postpone. It is to me also. If I don't do my studies or the class sadhana, Bhagavan says, I made you free, I told you to do studies. You have not done. Chalo, 20 janam gada bhais kach magarmach bano. For whatever the reasons you did not do sadhana, तो संस्कार वाला शरीर हमको मिलेगा. साधना तो नहीं होगा ना. No, these are very intricate, crucial, subtle things. Ignorance of it cannot be justification to say that यार अब मुझे पता नहीं था मैं मिस किया साधना. You can't justify. Why are you told to be ignorant when you have a guru to guide you? है कि नहीं? एक बार गुरु चरण में आए, कोई एक भी निर्णय अपने आप नहीं लेना. That is called as शरणागति at the चरण of the guru. Whether it's a worldly decision, whether it's a sadhana decision. That's why I laugh at people who decide and inform me. मैं कहता हूँ यार इन्फॉर्म करने के लिए भी क्यों बता रहे हो मेरे को? Decide and inform. Decide and inform me, not asking me. Anybody, if you feel somebody as guru, so that tells me that they are only coming for time pass. They don't have that type of respect that I can guide them. Therefore, why should I waste my energy and time? So as you do, so I respond. ये यथा माम प्रपद्यन्ते तान तथा एव भजामि. Same is my relation, my gurus. The amount of confidence I show in them makes them reciprocate accordingly. If I am also chui mui to him, they will also be chui mui to me. Other than the Guru's Kripa, which is the one which will protect us from our own ego, from our own mind, our own wrong buddhi with its wrong decisions. Which is- Nobody can protect other than Guru. Others have no interest. भगवान कहते हैं मेरे को क्या पड़ी, तुम पुण्य करो फल दूंगा, पाप करो तो फल दूंगा, साधना करो तो मुक्ति दूंगा. I have millions of jivas like you. I am more busy in them. They are better people than you. गुरु का ऐसा नहीं होता. Guru has a set of disciples. He is minding about them only. He has got a limited. So he will take care of them, not like God. God is careless. Careless in the sense not negatively. He has so many jivas. He has seen millions of jivas spending millions of lives without doing sadhana. उनको क्या फर्क पड़ता है? These are very sublime things. Where the whole topic started, even in Paramatma Anubhava, none of these are there. Still, till Atma Anubhava is found, we should not get Sangha to any of the things. Point one. From that, the next step is came what? Example, he without full curing, if he is living, the disease relapses and troubles him. In the same thing, what we said was, till we reach the goal, beach mein nahi rukna. For that, we were giving examples how we live in between by our own choice. What is the only point of surrender where we are protected by ourselves is the Guru. If you say no to Guru or deny the Guru, then you can't be saved by anybody. Mm. And especially with regard to our classes is what? Simply, honestly, lovingly, Brahma Tattva Vichara we are doing on the base of Upanishads, on the base of great Shastras. इससे बढ़कर मेरे दृष्टि में और कहीं नहीं हो सकता. अगर है तो इसी विषय को इससे अच्छा बताने वाले होते होंगे. If that's the case of you are going there, welcome. I am finding a guru who is better than you, Swamiji, in explaining, in giving the examples and all. You go. If it is, because nobody is permanent with anybody. So Lord may send you there. That is Krupa. I consider it. But you are not going there. You stop at here, doing anything of your choice. You are cursing yourself. You means I am also included in that guru. That's what Bhagavan is hinting to Uddhava. Because Uddhava also is going to be freed from the protecting shelter of Krishna. When he goes to Badrinath, he will be all alone. बद्रीनाथ में नारायण है. जैसे तुम पूजा करो वो ऐसे ब्लेस करेंगे, लेकिन ऐसे सलाह देते हुए बचाने वाले कृष्ण तो नहीं होंगे ना. इसलिए जब तक कृष्ण है उनसे सारा सीखो. इसलिए even in the morning class also, in the Gurukula only Guru is teaching what you have to behave outside when you go. Because when you go outside, Guru is not there bar to say aisa karo, aisa mat karo. He is teaching in the Gurukula only for the whole life the lesson. Here also. These are the things where we are cautious, we are helped. Then we are coming to the next point. In this way, the one who is not taking chances by himself, such problems whenever they come, he is taking the guidance of the Guru. Guru being highly qualified, matured, expert, experienced, along with infinite love and compassion of all the parents put together, he is guiding. Therefore, pakka, this person is on sadhana, honest. But Siddhi is not reached, he died. He is called as Kuyogi or Yoga Brashta. Positive it is. The earlier Kuyogi Yoga Brashta is because of some temptations he left. Because some Ashraddha he left without considering the Guru. To explain that point only we took 10 minutes. Now leave that topic. Come to this topic. While doing sadhana, Siddhi is not reached. He died. सच पर्सन सच कुयोगी सा योगा भ्रष्ट उनका क्या होगा भगवान सेज कुयोगिनः ये विहत अंतरायैः those are hit by the antarayas interruption who give the antaraya manusya bhuta tridasha upasrushta the human beings the other beings the panchamahabhutas even the devatas because of which they died without accomplishing the truth for them what will happen they praktana abhyasa balena Praktana Abhyasa Balena. Because of the Bala of the Abhyasa done in the earlier life, Bhuya Yunjanti Yogam. Again they get back into Yoga Sadhana, Natu Karma Tantram. They will not be fully lost in the karma. That blessing Bhagavan is giving here. So in this life, my honest commitment and practice of sadhana ensures next life's continuation of the journey. In this life, I am not honest in doing. By my own choice, I left, or influenced by others, I left, and I left without taking guidance from Guru. If you take the guidance from Guru, you will see that you don't live. As I told you, such hundreds of upayas are there with the Guru to allow the tough period to bypass, to go through. For which, when we give a chance, we are lost. Guru जानते हैं भाई ये वाला हमेशा नहीं होता. Let's if you succumb to that, you go far away from sadhana. So hold on to this or that thing strongly till that mood goes away. That mood means that prarabdha. It won't stay for long. Like flood comes, it won't stay eternally, but it will savor some time. During its stay, when you hold on to some song support, you won't get blown away in that. Then after that it goes away, you are safe. But if you are not holding to, it will make you get flooded. That hold is called the upayam given by the Guru. If you hold to the Guru, गुरु देंगे कैसा पकड़ने से हम बचे. और पहले गुरु को पकड़ो ना. किसी को गुरु मानना है, खुद ही गुरु बनो तो कैसा. Very interesting topic. But then the choice is they'll continue in the next life. And this gives such a beautiful inspiration for both to do the sadhana in this life rigorously so that it will continue next life and the fear goes away. Halfway if I have to leave and then I will be lost in everything. और डर भी नहीं रहेगा और inspiration भी है. ये आगे बढ़ेगा. That means what for me? If I am doing this and while doing this I die, next life I'll continue doing my swadhyaya pravachana, my internal sadhana. Thank God. God is giving that assurance. Yunjanti yogam natu karma tantram. He will not be lost in vasanas, desires and all. Prarabdha will go through. Baliya vasanas will go through. But because doing sadhana, as sadhana becomes balavan, each of them will keep going away. Okay? This is what. Now again from here, Jivan Mukta Lakshanas are told in few shlokas. Vyasa. Karoti karma kriyate cha jantuhu kenapyasau chodita anipatatu natatra vidvan prakruto stitopi nivrutta trishnaha swasukhanubhutya. First line about a samsari. Second line is a siddha purusha. A samsari becomes siddha purusha with all the sadhanas which are indicated in so far slokas, above shlokas. What is the pakka samsari life? Karoti karma. He does the karma. Kriyate cha jantuhu. He gets influenced by the karma phala. Kena api asau choditaha. Influenced by either inner vasana, desire, or somebody else. And how long it goes on? Anipatat, till death. A pakka samsari till death, caught up only in karma, karma phala. Done by his own choice, influenced by others. And he is born, he continues to be karta, karma, karma phala. He is only in that track, that lane, all the time. साधक क्या है हमने बता दिया सो फार. सिद्ध पुरुष कौन है? न तत्र विद्वान, बट विद्वान द वन हु नोज द सेल्फ. He will not have any kartrutva, karma, karma phala sakti. Therefore, for the karma phala, janma marana. Prakruto sthitopi. Even though he is amidst the upadis made up of the prakriti. Why is it so? Nivrutta tushnaha swasukhanubhutya. These are the things we explained for one complete day that time. Nivrutta tushnaha swasukhanubhutya. Because through his choice of viveka vairagya, he gave up all tushna in search of Atma. He found the Atma. Atma Sukha was so great. Because of the infiniteness of the Atma Ananda, there is no Trishna again coming in him. Understood the connection between these two? Reduce the Trishnas temporarily, give that time for Paramatma. On the seat of meditation, when Paramatma discovered, the Ananda is infinite. With that infinite Ananda, when you look back, you cannot have any Trishna from within, not only from within, even anybody tempts, you won't get tempted, like Prahalad, like Nachiketa. They never had from within, like even Hanumanji, nor anybody tempted from outside, they fell prey to it. Why? They are in the Anubhuti of Brahma. Is it not? Hanumanji is in Rama Anubhuti, Prahlad is in Bhakti Anubhuti, Nachiketa in Brahma Anubhuti. It is so infinite. Uske जाने small little sense places are boredom. Heavy load it is. Is it not? They don't even look back. Like somehow, by somebody's guidance, help, we got a very good food. Tasty food, easily digestible, looking good, well made, well packed. बढ़िया सा है, no blemish in that, no side effects, made organic, no pesticide. अच्छा वाला ऐसा खाना मिल रहा है, खा रहे हो, पेट भरा, जल्दी हजम हुआ, तृप्ति भी हो गया, एनर्जी भी मिल रहा है. If that taste food you got and you are observant about it, will we go back to our useless routine food of so much of oil, so much of heavy thing, so much of heavy to the stomach, digestion में इतना दिमाग खराब. इस बेवकूफ़ी में हम दोबारा नहीं जाएंगे. We are ignorant of that food, therefore we don't know what to eat. Therefore, whatever we were eating without knowledge, continuing that. By the way, the food which we take every day, other than habit, harm causing only is more. Especially creating tamas, creating rajas, creating heaviness and all. None of us have discovered proper balanced diet which keeps us energetic, healthy, same time active, dynamic. Health के विषय में बताया. So to the people, if you have discovered a people who love you purely, who encourage you in spirituality, who are ready to help you, who are pouring out their pure love on you, ऐसे कोई चार दो बंदा मिले तो will you get lost in stupid fellows in the name of family members or relatives and friends who are eating away all our attention? इस नालायकों के पास जाएंगे थोड़ी हम, बट वो लोग नहीं मिले हमको, इसलिए यहाँ फंसे हुए. In the same way, अनुभूति आत्मा का मिल गया, हम यहाँ आकर नहीं फंसते. That's called yad gatva na nivartante. This is the one he said. Then that Brahmajnani's Lakshana continues. Tishtantamasina mutabrajantam shayana mukshantam adantamannam svavamanyat kimapihamanam Atmanam Veda. Beautiful. You know, he will be establishing the self so much, be attentive as himself. When the upadhis are doing their respective work, he knows in his presence the upadhis are working. He will not become the karta doer jiva by identifying with the upadhis and their doings and their modifications. So tishtantam, sleeping, lying down or standing, asinam, seated, vrajantam, moving, shayanam, sleeping, ukshantam, excretory works, adantamannam, eating the food. When it was happening, atmastamatihi, the one who is established in atmanumati, he will not see, be attentive. A personality as a karta for all these karmas. That's the meaning of swabhavam anyat kimapi ihamanam atmanam. Na atmastamati na veda. Means what? He will not have himself an identity of doership with all of them. They are all happening. He is not becoming the doer. That is the Atmanubhava sthiti. Then in his presence things are happening. सूर्य जी के प्रेजेंस में सारा दुनिया चल रहा है भगवान सूर्य के. He knows I am the pure self in my presence as the Ishvara Leela. The upadhis are functioning in whatever required. Very highest stage this is. His body is walking. Systematically it is walking. Walking to the place where a work has to be done. Regarding that there is no doubt. Yet he is observing the walking of body. He never becomes a walker. That is called as the realization of self, where it is doing without doer, knowing without knower, enjoying without enjoyer, experiencing without experiencer. That's a state of realization. It won't click right now to you. Slowly when you read the Upanishads, Pancha, all the Taittiriya आदि और भी पढ़ो तो धीरे धीरे अंदर जाएगा ये बात. Atmanam Atmastamate Naveda. Clear? This is what is said in that mantra. Then, if at all he is visualizing the objects, for a moment, there is a tendency to slip, to become karta bhokta of that particular karma and karma phala. Very moment becomes absolutely alert because the earlier abhyasa brings his highest weapon of viveka. With that, he immediately knows that these are all unreal thing, is imaginary projection, it is not real. With that, he will not slip to become the doer enjoyer. That's the next sloka. Yadisma pashyati asad indriyartham. The asat indriyartha vastu, even if he does see it, nananumanena viruddhamanyatu. Other than Atma, it is unreal. This Anumana of Anvaya Vyatireka, which we studied earlier, comes to his rescue with remembrance of that. Namanyate vastutaya. Immediately goes back into his original state of explanation, where these things he understands to be not real. Namanyate vastutaya. Manishi. Swapnam yathotaya tirodhana. Like a person who woken up from sleep, dream, when he remembers the dream, he knows it is unreal in the same. This example of dream is just afresh you woke up from the dream. Like in a dream you are running, as if. The moment when you wake up dream, the tendency as if of running remains for a microsecond. But immediately you understand, yeah, your dream tha, or real nahi hai. Immediately we become stabilized. It may be running, it may be fear, it may be indulging in something. कुछ तो जो पावरफुल ड्रीम होता है ना, उससे उसी टाइम अगर वेकअप करते हो, वो थोड़ा कुछ अल्प क्षण के लिए रहता, बट इमीडिएटली यू नो इट इज अ ड्रीम नॉट रियल. In the same way, for a microsecond, he may perceive the thing, even if he thinks, immediately realizes, sir, I am the self, everything other than self is Maya Mithya, though it is not real. The moment that knowledge comes back, he no more become Karta, never become bhokta. That is what. Having said so, Purvam Gruhitam Gunakarma Chitram Ajnanamatmanya Vivektamanga Nivartate Tat Punarikshayaiva Na Gruhyate Nami Visrujya Atma. Beautiful. Purvam Gruhitam. Earlier, which was taken by identification as oneself. What? Guna Karma Chitram. गुणों के द्वारा कर्म फल के रूप में चित्र जो बना है उपाधि इत्यादि अज्ञानम which was product of atma ajnana and atmani aviviktam not separate from the self but taken as self earlier. So when I had the atma ajnanam, because of the maya upadhis were created, I took them as atma. Because of the atma ajnana, atma ajnana ka other side is maya. It has projected the anatma. That anatma I took as atma before the jnana utpatti. But when jnana came to me, nivartate tat puna ikshaya. By the atma iksha or anubhuti, that won't again relapse or it goes away. What goes away? The earlier identification of the anatma. बिकॉज यू हैव द इच्छा ऑफ द आत्मा. जब आत्मा नहीं पता तो अनात्मा से तादात्मा करने का चांस है. आत्मा पता चला तो देयर इज नो चांस. लाइक व्हेन यू डोंट नो द रोप, चांस ऑफ इमेजिनिंग स्नेक. When you see the rope as rope, you can't imagine to see the snake even once. That's the meaning of nivartete tatpune ikshayava. This is the conclusion of sentence. Second point said in this shloka is na gruhyate na api visrujya atma. My dear friends, self is that which was never given up, that you have to take it up now. It is always there. What was taken up was the ignorant created anatma, tadatmya. That is given up. By not knowing the self, you took up that. By knowing the self, you dropped up. Whether you know or don't know the self is always there. Therefore, self is neither caught nor left. It's only unknown and known. In the ignorance of self, the not self was imagined as self. In the knowledge of the self, the not self is dropped as not self. What happened to the self when you have taken the not self as self? It has not gone anywhere, it is always. Does it got created when you have known the self? It was ever there. It's only ajnana or jnanaka. Like when the light of objects are gone, as if when you put on the light, the things are seen. So in the ignorance, self was not known. In the knowledge of the self, self is known. Atma na visrujye na gruhyate na api visrujye iti visrujyaha. Neither the self is given up nor it is taken up. Because self को छोड़ दिया तो छोड़ने वाला self कौन है? और एक self. फिर उसको किसने छोड़ा फिर? और एक उसको किसने छोड़ा? You understand? To give up the self, there should be some self to give it up, no? Therefore, where will you end up in regression infinitum? So, such regression infinite, anavastha dosha it is called, is stopped by saying that self is not an object to be given up. If it is given up, it is never self. A simple and highest logic of Vedanta. What is that? वो छूट गया तो वो आत्मा नहीं. वो आत्मा है तो कुछ अभी छूटेगा नहीं. निर्भय जो छोड़ सकते हो अनात्मा है, छोड़ते जाओ. जो छोड़ नहीं सकते हैं वही आत्मा है, उसमें रह जाओ. बस यही वेदांत. That which is not self can never be held on to. That which self can never be left. Therefore, whatever is not self can be left, keep on living it. When you reach to a point where you cannot live, that is a self. Live means L-E-A-V-E. Aheyam anupadeyam. These are the words about the self we explained that time. Aheyam is cannot be given up. Anupadeyam cannot be taken up. Because taking up, giving up is possible only with anatma, which is not then self, which is other than me. Like book is not self. So I can hold the book, I can keep the book. Cell phone, I am not the phone. I can hold it, leave it. Self, I can't leave or hold. It is always. Therefore, you are always the self. It's only for temporary, some time of million lives, you have forgot it. Now you are realizing it through study of Shastra. In this way, We thought we could continue and conclude today, but big chunk of 9 slokas are there. It will take one more day. Let us give us one more day to go through it. Nothing wrong. चिंतन में कल आ जाओ तो काम इसको हम संपन्न करेंगे. अब थोड़ा समय let us spend for अध्यात्म रामायणम. Thank you. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. ओम श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. भागवत महापुराण की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. थैंक यू.